Hare Krishna. This world runs on passion. Srila Prabhupada explains in the Bhagavad Gita that 99% of this world is filled with passion. And in order to become successful in life, we need passion. It is only the passionate people who become successful. But more important than passion in this world is compassion. The world desperately needs people who are passionately compassionate. If you look around in this world and you study the life of everyone is going through some struggles or the other. Everyone is having their own challenges. And the world desperately needs people who can give them hope, who can give them empathy, and who can give them love. In Sanskrit, this is called para dukkha dukhi. When we see the suffering of others, we should feel bad and we should do our bit to help others. The scriptures are filled with stories, filled with examples of people who lived passionately compassionate lives. People, great souls, who gave their lives in sacrifice for others, trying to reduce the suffering of others. There is a very beautiful story from the life of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya is one of the great acharyas of Sri Sampradaya. So one time when Ramanuja was in Srirangam, which is the headquarters of the Sri Sampradaya, he had one of his spiritual master. His name was Mahapurna. So Ramanuja went and asked Mahapurna, "Can you please give me mantra diksha?" Mahapurna told him, "You please go to Goshti Purna." One of his godbrothers, the godbrothers of Mahapurna, he told him, "Goshti Purna will give you mantra diksha." So Ramanuja, back in those days, he walked all the way from Srirangam to a village called Tirukotiyur. This village is still there. There's a very beautiful temple of Lord Vishnu there. And there Ramanuja went and met Goshti Purna and begged him and requested him, "Please give me mantra diksha. Without this mantra diksha, my life will not be complete." Goshti Purna told him, "You are not qualified. Go away." Ramanuja walked back all the way to Srirangam. But he didn't give up his endeavor. He went again. The next time he walked all the way to Tirukotiyur and again begged Goshti Purna, "Please give me mantra diksha." This time Goshti Purna said, I'll ask the Supreme Lord. If he gives me permission, I'll give you." Ramanuja came back walking to Srirangam. In this way, 17 times Ramanuja walked all the way to Tirukotiyur, met Goshti Purna, but Goshti Purna didn't give him mantra diksha. Imagine the determination of Ramanuja, very eager to get this mantra diksha. Finally, Goshti Purna said, "I'll give you this mantra diksha, but this is a very, very secret mantra, a very powerful mantra. Anyone who chants this mantra will get liberated. He will achieve liberation. So my request to you is, don't tell this mantra to anyone. Just like I tested you before giving this mantra, you also test others. Only when they are qualified, you give this mantra diksha." So Ramanuja gets this mantra diksha from Goshti Purna. So Goshti Purna told in the ears of Ramanuja this mantra, "Om Namo Narayanaya," and told him this mantra is so powerful. If you chant this mantra, you will achieve Vaikuntha. You will achieve the spiritual world. So Ramanuja, the next thing he does is, he climbs the Gopur, the Shikhar of the temple in Tirukotiyur, and calls out to all the villagers and tells them that I have a great news for all of y'all. I have a great medicine for all of y'all. A mantra that will help all of y'all. Please come at this particular time. I'm going to give you this mantra. So the entire village comes in front of this Gopur. If you go to this place, this village of Tirukotiyur, you will find this temple Gopur, this Shikhar on which Ramanuja shouted this mantra. So Ramanuja climbed on top of the temple spire, on top of this Gopur, and shouted to everyone, "All your miseries are over now. Just take this name of Narayan. Just chant this mantra." And he gave everyone this mantra, "Om Namo Narayanaya." Ramanuja shouted on top of his lungs, and everyone, practically the entire village, was resounding with this mantra, with the names of Narayan. And the house of Goshti Purna was just next by. And Goshti Purna is thinking, I just gave Ramanuja this mantra and told him, don't give it to anyone. This person has given the mantra publicly to the entire village. What Ramanuja does next is more interesting. After giving this mantra, he comes back to his guru. He has just disobeyed the order of his spiritual master, but he comes back again to meet Goshtipurna. And Goshtipurna is so angry, and he's telling Ramanuja, I told you not to give this mantra to anyone. You know what is the result of disobeying the spiritual master? Ramanuja said, definitely I know. I will go to hell. But I don't mind going to hell. If so many people are going to get liberated, the entire village is going to get liberated and achieve Vaikuntha, I have no problem suffering in hell. When Goshtipurna heard this, he had tears in his eyes and he told Ramanuja, I was thinking that I am your guru. Today you prove to me that you are my guru. You are teaching me a lesson on compassion. So this is the compassion of great souls. They are ready to suffer to help reduce the suffering of others. And there are n number of examples in the scriptures. We have the example of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj prays in the Bhagavatam that, my dear Lord, I don't want to go to the Himalayas and stay in seclusion. I prefer to stay in the city to help even one soul in their Krishna consciousness, in their spiritual life. We have the example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, who was the founder Acharya of ISKCON, at the age of 70, Srila Prabhupada left Vrindavan. Generally, old people go to Vrindavan to die there, and it's explained that anyone who leaves their body in Vrindavan attains the spiritual world. But Srila Prabhupada, at the fag old age of 70, Prabhupada left Vrindavan to go to America alone. On the way, on the ship, Prabhupada suffered 2 heart attacks. Why did Srila Prabhupada do this? Only because of compassion. He wanted to help those whom he didn't even know. Srila Prabhupada is going to a foreign land to help them so that he can actually reduce their suffering. So all these stories should inspire us to do our little part. We may not have the compassion of Ramanujacharya, of Prahlad Maharaj, of Srila Prabhupada, but it is our responsibility to do our bit, to do whatever little we can to help the world reduce the suffering of the people in the world. There was once a person who was taking a fish and putting it back into the ocean. Another person who was seeing asked this person, what difference it is going to make in the world by you putting the fish back in the ocean? The person said, it may not make a difference to the world, but it will make a world of difference to this fish. When you help someone, the world may not change, but you may change the life of someone. And in this way, through small efforts, we can make a difference in this world. So let us all try, small or big, in whatever way we can, to do our part so that we can make this world a better place to live in. Hare Krishna.